in the last episode. The Everwatch Rangers made their way to the haunted farm just outside of Leyland at the request of a family of halflings who were complaining about having been attacked by a creepy creature with green flame flying off of it and into their farm, and it chased them away. The Rangers, being the heroes that they are, wandered out to the farm, ignored all signals to go into the hay patch after the scarecrow that was trying to flag them down, and instead meandered their way straight up to the farmhouse, where they had a long running combat with a bunch of scarecrow minions, leading to a creepy encounter with a far more intelligent and more deadly scarecrow lady, who eventually was defeated for a time. They discovered that it was respawning due to the effects of a soul jar, an artifact containing many trapped souls which were being used to power these scarecrow baddies. After a quick intervention from the Hexblade, all was fine, and nothing was to be worried about ever again. And everyone was super happy, and nobody said anything hurtful, and nobody got mad, and it was great.
That's not true at all.
That's what my notes say.
Yeah. And so the Rangers made their way back to Leyland, received their payment, spent the evening, and got back out onto the road, which is where we find them now. So, the time is early in the morning, bright and sunshiny. Birds are chirping, and you are near the mountains still, the Sword Mountains, near Phandalin. And you are heading down along the road. You know that the next stop on your grand tour of the Sword Coast on your way to Waterdeep is Carnath Roadhouse, which sets just after the halfway point on the Mere of Dead Men. Are you doing anything in particular?
No,
Or are
I'm walking.
Just traveling, yeah.
Alrighty then. So you make your way down. It's a fairly uneventful trip. Once you get within, let's say about here, you start to see and, more importantly, smell the swamp. It is, as you would expect, filthy, muddy. You can see the trees. Your actual line of sight goes maybe 100 yards into the swamp before just stopping dead in a wall of blackened mist. It is an imposing place and kind of frightening, to be honest with you. Do you at any point leave the road and poke your way around the edge of the swamp?
I would not like to be near that smell at all.
Okay. All right. Well, then the journey passes as you would expect. Long, at some point, maybe if we were to use the squares, about here you have to stop and make camp for the evening. You probably go on the other side of the road up into the mountains a little ways so that you don't have to sleep that near the smell. And then you get on the road the next morning until you arrive eventually at the Roadhouse. Now, you're not entirely sure what to expect. You all know that those of you that have traveled more recently, Cyran would probably know this. Maybe Fitz? I'm not entirely certain. But Carnath Roadhouse has been closed for a very long time. It was essentially taken over by the swamp until recently, when you've heard rumors that it's open again. And so you're not entirely sure what to expect. And when you round the corner towards the turn-off point for the Roadhouse, getting a little late in the evening, you hear noises. You hear the sounds of a struggle. And you find this
struggle.
scene.
Ooh, I must need to zoom out. Ah, okay, that helped a lot.
Yep.
They're so adorable.
Let
Aw.
us have...
How tall are they?
They are about between 4 and 5 feet tall.
Oh, if they were smaller, they'd be cute. Put in a cage or something.
Well, they're not horribly cute as they are stabbing spears and hopping around, and you hear the loudest croaking of frogs you've ever heard emerging from their throats. Every now and
Wait,
again, the ones in the
I don't hear a croaking. Very nice.
eventually, like some of the ones in the back over here, will raise their spears over their head and point at the combatants and you have no idea what they're saying or trying to convey.
Are you telling me I don't know frog?
Uh,
That's a
If
big
anyone knows
assumption right
frog,
there.
Cyran knows frog.
hold on. Let's get some insight out of Cyran real quick. What do you got?
Oh, first roll of the night. Let's go. Oh, we
I rolled a
got
204.
insight.
You
Ooh.
don't speak
Ooh.
frog.
Do I think I speak it though?
Yeah, what does Cyran think they're saying?
You get the idea that they're hungry and are ordering chicken fried steak.
See, chicken fried steak just doesn't make sense in my mind.
I
so I'm
don't
ready
like
to kill
it.
them.
It's kind of gross.
You're all bad people.
You're
Is it
very
chicken? Is it
country.
steak? I just don't understand.
Okay, so this is the site you see. There's this gentleman over here. Let's have a perception check all around.
Shasha. Ooh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can I get a purse? Oh, there we
That's what I like.
Blind boy over here.
All right.
go.
So Thanar sees red.
Also, Puffer, you're muted. I don't know if you know that or not.
Sees red.
Oh, I am. Cool.
That's what he sees. He sees fight, and the blood begins to rise within him. Cyran is like, oh no, fight. Oh, look at the cute frogmen.
Okay, out of character, I thought they were cute. Oh, if he knows what cute means.
Both
Has he
Cyran
read a
and
picture
Thanar
book, dude?
see these
No, he
three.
doesn't read picture books.
These three here appear to just have swords and the like, standard like short swords, scimitars. This man appears to be some form of knight. This gentleman back here is you would think that he's a dwarf, and he has a very large crossbow that he is firing into the fray. And then this fellow, who has his back to you, has this two-handed long sword that he is just laying into these frogs with. Puffer, Fitz sees a boy standing in the doorway. He has a spear held out in front of him, and he's shaking a bit, but he looks determined. And then this fellow over here is a half-orc. So you sort of recognize all of this as you come around the corner. What is your next action?
Are
What do
they
we say as a half orc?
You don't know, so...
Oh, okay.
actively fighting, or are they just like standing there looking at each other?
No, this is an active combat.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Like whatever else you do, you will be rolling initiative. So I kind of want to know what it is what your reactions are on seeing this.
Run up and try to help.
All right. So,
I want to go to the dude at the door.
okay. Thanar.
I'd like run up and said, "Do you guys need help?"
Okay. So let us have initiative then.
Kapow.
Okay.
Easy.
Why can I never find it? There it is.
All
Crap.
right.
Wait, you have
So-
you have
Wait.
7 initiative?
I got
like-
a feat that gave +5.
My God.
Alert's a really good feat.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it is.
It's probably in the top 5.
And then...
You know what else is in the top 1?
Lucky.
Okay, besides Lucky. We don't talk about Lucky.
Lucky's not that broken, honestly.
It's just annoying,
Uh,
in my opinion.
So, probably a bit. And then 6 is... and then B 4, leaving you with 3 and 2, which are right. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, now we're ready. So, at the top of the round is Thanar. Thanar, how would you like to address this situation?
Does anybody look like they need a super amount of help?
It's just sort of an all-out brawl right now.
Okay. I'm going to run up. Let's see. 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Hold on. Before I forget how it works. Okay. And then I'm going to dash. Let's see. Six. And as I'm running up, as I'm about like here, I'm gonna shout up in front of me, "You guys need any help?" As I run up to this situation.
The frogs respond.
Yeah. The gentleman over here in the back will say, let me get his voice here. Yeah, we could use some help.
Whoa.
Oh, he's old man.
And fortunately, that's my turn.
Okay. Next is Cyran.
I'm gonna move. Fuck, I lost the spot.
We're going to
1,
count.
2, 3. There.
Okay.
And blast this boy.
All right. Let's have it.
Pew.
Oh, that'll do. That is exactly a hit. Good job.
Ooh, let's go.
Make with the dead. Nice. You do hit, and it is rocked back. You said it was this gentleman?
Yes.
All right. Good job. And then, is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next up, these fellows who appear to be very glad that you are here. This one shifts in. Now he is flanking with this bullywug. And he will take a swing. The bullywug does parry with his spear. Yeah, that is most unfortunate. And then he holds his ground. He says, "We're glad to see you for sure." The fellow over here raises his sword high and comes down with a mighty swing. Yoink. He does hit. And he does... What are we talking about here? Ooh. I get to roll d8s very often. All right. That's a good, strong hit. Okay. And then the fellow down here will also take a swing. Mm-hmm. He does hit also. Not a very good hit. It does glance off of the bullywug's spear, but such is the way of things. Next is the one that he hit, which will take a shot at him. Okay. That is a lot of combatants that I'm not used to hitting. Yep, that is a hit, and this man will take. All right. And then this one will run up, try to get past him. 1, 2, 20. Yep. He does take a point of damage as well as he runs past this fellow who is, as you get closer, dressed in cloth or leather armor, not particularly well armored, but he swings his scimitar across and stabs in to the creature as he runs past. This guy will run up and take a swing. It's 2 of them. Oh, wow. All right. He takes another hit from the one that run up next to him and appears to be fairly staggered. This bullywug over here takes a stab at range against the fellow with the crossbow, but misses, actually. All right, and then it is Fitz.
It is me. Upon surveying the situation, Fitz decides this little motherfucker's fine, and he's gonna jump right in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna start with the classic firebolt on that man. Well, I guess he's not a man, he's a frog. But
Yep.
He's actually a woman frog.
That is not a hit.
I got like 3 9s in my practice rolls. That's not great.
9?
Whoa. Okay. That's my turn. Fitzgerald strikes again.
I'm pretty sure you've got a bonus action left if you wanted to use that.
Oh.
Let's remember our
It's
action
Fitz,
economy,
though.
guys.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do shit with my bonus.
Well, I feel like I ended my turn, and so I feel like that's cheating.
I mean, okay. If that's how you want to do it, that's fine.
Or
Also,
you can use your bonus action.
Okay, fine. I'll use my bonus action if you guys want me to use my bonus action. I just didn't plan to use my bonus action. So, Fitz cast Dragon Breath.
Okay. What type did you pick?
Let's see. I would like to pick Lightning.
Okay, nice. Lightning is good.
I feel like that would look the coolest too.
He's like belch
Yeah,
it.
acid kind of just looks like you're aggressively vomiting.
As Fitz casts a spell, he fires off his firebolt, which buries itself in the dirt next to the frog. And as he stands there angry, he snaps his fingers and his eyes begin to crackle with lightning. Keep track of what turn we are on, if you would, please.
We're on turn 1.
7.
How long does that last, by the way?
10 turns.
Nice. Shouldn't last that long, if y'all are clever. Now, this fellow up here, the half-orc...
Saying we should be able to beat them within 10 turns.
That's what I'm hoping.
I thought when he said shouldn't last that long, I thought he was like, this game's broken. And whiny, you can change it.
So this fellow, who you have seen who Fitz was aware is a half-orc, raises his sword high and takes a swing. Right, he does hit, and that is 7. Oh, wow. That's good stuff. That's big. Yeah. The creature that stands before him is not in a good place. He takes another swing using his multi-attack ability. This time he does not hit, unfortunately. So he brings it down across the bullywug and comes back. Nothing. Just missed. Which leaves us with... Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? This is here. All right. And then let's see. There is a couple of things that happen here. There's,
How tall is the wall?
it is very tall. Probably 30, 40 feet.
Is there a place to stand on top of it, or is it a thin wall?
It is a stone wall with some slits up high for windows. A couple of slits down lower, but they're very narrow just to let light and air in. The boy is standing in a door, which has been thrown open to let people out, apparently. The roof is a thatch and wooden roof. There is no entrance through the ceiling. You could stand on top of it if you wanted to, but you'd have to be very careful.
Okay.
Yeah, I would treat the entire thing as difficult terrain. Let me see. Let me see. That's 12. Thanar, I'm going to guess a 15 doesn't hit you.
You would be correct.
All right, cool. Not so lucky.
Thinking you can hit Thanar. That's funny.
As he's standing there, the half-orc over here gets a spear thrown into him, and the frog man that did it goes. And then, Pete, this fella back here, Jehoshaphat, and he fires off a giant crossbow, and he hits, which winds this fellow up flat dead. And he
Nice.
will shift down here, I think. And then a few more hits go off. All right, more damage is done. That's right. All right, nice. Good to know. Round 2.
Did the boy do anything?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Roll insight.
Yikes.
Yep. No, he's standing there. All right, top of the round, Thanar.
So when you mentioned flanking, are you doing flanking?
I am doing
This?
flanking.
Okay, so you're saying I would have advantage hitting this dude?
You will.
Okay, we're gonna stab that dude with advantage. This is probably the sword I'm. Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, that's advantage.
All right, let's have that damage. Because he's dead. He's dead. It's like he's dead, but you did good, so he's dead. It's like, do you slash or stab with Talon right now? Like, what are we looking at here?
Oh, you always go for the immediate decapitation.
Okay. You can't quite find his neck because he's a frog and doesn't have one, but you give him one. It's just like, oh, right, it would probably be there, and you draw a line through the air with your sword, and the head agrees with you and removes itself.
Okay, that's good, because I could have rolled another d8 of damage as well.
You're the worst.
But
All right.
I guess I won't.
You gonna do anything else?
Haha.
Haha, fighters. I'm going to move up to here.
Very nice.
And that seems like a good enough turn for me.
All right, sounds good. Cyran, you're up.
I'm gonna move to here.
Okay. That will
And
not
attack
provoke
this
any
boy.
attacks of opportunity. All right, what you got?
That's advantage because flanking.
Yay!
So I'm gonna go a nice stab.
That's a
Your
hit.
advantage sucks.
And he goes down. Very good.
Ooh, that was a good roll.
Very good. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I want to be a level 5 so I can attack twice, but not yet.
Oh god, me too.
I want to be level 5 so I can
If
cast a
Gersing's combat's
spell.
broken now. Oh, just wait.
And
I want to
this
be level 5 so I can cast a spell
Nice.
that I've had in my spell book
Shut
for,
up.
I don't know, 12 sessions now. And I've
Did you
never
guys
been able
know
to
this
cast.
is after this session, before the next one, it'll be a year since we started.
Oh shit.
You're shitting me, right?
We started February 2nd.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Happy birthday.
That's kind of cool.
Man, that actually is. I knew we'd been doing it for a while. I didn't know it was the big 1 year.
Yeah, our next session will be the first of the second year. If we make it to that.
So I hope we
Well,
do. I have no idea why we wouldn't. Am I missing something?
No, don't worry about it. We haven't found a way to attack the DM yet, so don't worry.
I'm worried. I'm
Don't
actively
worry.
worried. What on earth are you
Don't
planning?
worry.
You monsters.
Literally nothing. You think Cyran can plan shit?
I'm really mad.
He doesn't even know how
All
to
right.
behave as a human.
So as you come up, Cyran, and now that sort of some of the your enemies have been laid before you, both you, Cyran, and Thanar are able to see that these men here, the two here and here, are dressed a bit like the bandits from Phandalin, but unaffiliated with them. You don't recognize any of their attire or anything. They're just sort of
Like they don't have a red cloak.
yeah, that, but other things also. More specifically, they appear to be just sort of rough fighters, sell swords of the sort. But the gentleman who is next to Cyran right now, with the green background, he is of higher caliber, clearly. He bears a sword and shield, and he seems to know his way around the battlefield. And he steps up to this other frogman and just runs him through, and then kicks him off of his sword, where he lays on the ground bleeding out. This sellsword down here, on the other hand, takes a wide arc with his short sword, and the frogman jumps backwards, as frogmen are wont to do. And then it is this fellow's turn. He will... He'll take a stab, I think. Oh, he hits real good. Yeah, he hits real good. There it is. Mm-hmm. Oof.
Yeah, what's their vertical leap?
I actually know exactly what it is.
What is it?
If it comes up, I'll let you know.
But I want to know, is it like better than LeBron? Like, what are we talking
Yes.
here?
Yes.
It is very much definitely better than LeBron James.
Frogs are built for jump.
So was LeBron.
It is LeBron James we are talking about here, yes? Like, LeBron James is not a frog.
No, we're talking about the other LeBron that we all know and love.
Well, love is a
Don't make
word
fun
I
of
would
me.
Not use.
Jerk. How dare you? So, this frog runs his spear through this sellsword, who grunts mightily, holds his side, and then as he is impaled, the frog reaches up and sinks his teeth into his neck.
Dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
Do
He's-
frogs have like big teeth?
These have fairly sizable chompers.
Frogs? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep. You just searched frog teeth, didn't you?
Well, yeah, but it was just I found this, and I hate it.
I don't know that I want to see it.
Too bad.
Oh, that's awful.
So,
It looks like Boss Nass from
It does look like Boss Nass.
from
cute Twitch chat, there you go.
Star Wars Episode
Those
1.
good frog teeth.
Boss Nass noises.
That's what we're fighting right now.
Let's say the sort of thing. I don't have enough jowls for it.
I know, I couldn't do it either. I tried.
I'll have to work on it. I'll get back to you. Anyway,
I need to make it go away.
it's probably for the best. So, that's what happens there. And then
Is that man dead, or is he still kicking?
he's not good, but he's not dead. 5, 10. This fellow from way downtown crouches and then leaps and lands here.
Did he jump over his friend?
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Do they play leapfrog?
Bullywugs have a standing long jump of 20 feet and a standing high jump
That didn't answer the question.
and a standing high jump of 10 feet. Yes, he does actually put his crosses his spear into both hands, and as he comes down on the back of the other creature, plants his fists on the guy's shoulders and does a very nice leapfrog over him. Are you happy
Okay,
now?
good. Yes, very happy.
I want them to have 20-foot spears so they pole vault.
That'd be sick.
Oh, you're the
Why
worst.
don't you zoom in on that? God.
And then
Right?
Fitzgerald. Oh wait, no,
That's
hold
me.
on.
No takebacks, dude.
Too late. Mini takebacks. One of the frogs puts a spear into the half-orc, who grunts and then glares almost literal daggers. Now Fitz.
Okay.
How's that
I'm
half
gonna-
arc looking?
He's looking angry, but not overly bloody.
So
Okay, cool.
I can.
So the usual.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna move here, and then I want to use my action to breathe on that man, and I can do it without hitting this guy.
Okay. That is dragon breath, I believe.
It is 3d6, but I have it somewhere, I think. Right?
Do you have it in your spell list?
I no, well, I have it in my spell list, but I don't know if I translated it to the whatever. Roll 3d6 plus, oh god.
You should just be able to click it.
Well, I
Just
thought I
click
had
it.
it in there, but I
Just click it.
does it work? Oh, it does work from there. Okay.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Oh, well, that's not
Oh, it's a dex save. Never mind. I'm stupid.
okay.
You can still roll through.
Until the spell ends, the creature can use an action to exhale energy of the chosen type in a 15-foot cone. Okay, so you're aiming it such that it doesn't hit this fellow.
Yeah.
So it's just going to sort of paint this wall.
Yeah.
Each creature must make a dexterity saving throw. All right. Let me see here. I made a new card tonight to help me remember what ability modifiers are. What is your
This is
spell
why-
save DC?
Spell safeties think it's 14. Yeah. This is why Fitz doesn't have a beard, because he's done this once before and
He does not make his dex save.
it did not go down for hours. Oh, he does? Okay, so let's roll.
Oh, nice. So there's this
It's like barely rolling up.
from Fitz as he belches forth a cone of lightning, which singes some of the hair that around his face. I imagine that soon afterwards you dab daintily at the corners of your mouth with a handkerchief. And the frog is parboiled in his own juices. Just immediately detonated. Which moves us to the remainder of your turn.
Does he leave any like nuclear shadows on the wall behind him?
No, but he does leave
That'd be
like
sick.
he leaves tiny arcs of singe, like just blackened lines as it arcs across the wall.
And Fitz's hair just stood like straight up for about 4 seconds after.
Yeah, it's like you can still see little Jacob's ladders of electricity running down between bits of hair.
As far as I know, that's my turn.
All right. The half-orc, who is now engaged in combat and is very mad about that. He hits...
See, when you said Fitz like dabs at the corner of his mouth, all I heard is just Fitz dabs, and I was like, that's appropriate, I guess.
The half-orc takes his sword and carves into this one, which immediately drops, and then into this one, which...
Dude, look at this guy. Swinging twice.
hurts mightily. So he slashes through the one he hit the first time, recovers, and stabs through the other one, who squeals a froggy squeal and bleeds. And then it is retaliation time, I think. Let me get a little bit closer in here. There we go. Yoink. Yoink. They both leap at you, covering 20 feet easily. That will be 2 strikes. That will be a miss on Cyran. And what are we looking at here? 16 against Thanar. So both of them don't. And they
That's really sad.
Yeah. You begin to notice, if you can read anything into their eyes, their inhuman eyes, something akin to fear. Which leads us to...
I feel bad. Just frogs, dude.
Here and here. And then this one runs up here and here, I think. That is a strike against... that is a 20, Thanar.
Aww.
Does that hit you?
Bad. Yep.
All right. That
You're
is
so weak.
a spear. That is a spear coming at you. That is 7 points of damage.
Of piercing damage?
That is piercing damage. And then the other one takes a swing at, and does hit, which is, D8. 4. Okay. The half-orc takes another few points of damage from a froggy spear and looks even angrier than before, if such a thing was possible. This short humanoid will go up to here and take another shot. There it is. Yeah, that's a hit. And that is his giant crossbow arcing, and this gentleman has been shot and has a very large crossbow bolt sticking out of his back. And then it is turn 3. Top of the round, Thanar.
Um, I want to move around this side. Oh, that might not be an idea. Hold on. We're gonna stab this dude in front of me first, I guess. See how that goes. Ah, not well.
Nope. Not well.
And then we're going to move around to here.
Okay. Yeah, that is a fair move.
Back to back with this other dude.
All right.
Not quite that close.
So you get up close, and it's just this moment where he almost turns and takes a swing at you, and then there's a moment of not recognition, but sort of like, oh wait, half-orc. That's new. You can tell he's probably a bit older than you are at this point. He's got a slightly slimmer build than you are, but for half-orcs, that doesn't change the strength much. And then is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right, Cyran.
Well, this guy next to me is hurt, correct, Amundo?
He is.
I'm gonna rotate to here and stab him with some flanking.
Give me that. Give me that tasty sauce.
Ka-chow.
That is some sauce.
Ka-chow.
That is a dead frog, my boy. He dies. He dies mightily.
And then I move to here.
Fair. That would be
And then my turn in defense mode.
very nice. I appreciate that. Hey guys, guess what time it is? It's an
Showtime.
advantage party. Woo!
Woo.
Everybody's got advantage tonight.
Woo.
All right, that is stab times.
Wait, why are you sideways?
He's in
I'm in
defense.
defense mode.
Uh,
Statistically, is known that when you're in defense mode, you get hit less. It's just it's proven fact.
Yeah, that's a thing that I have heard is not a thing.
I've heard it out of my mouth so many times now. It's got to be true.
This sellsword up here takes a mighty slash with his short sword, which he pulls up short and then runs it through his throat. That is a dead frog. The other one, Cyran, who has run around behind you and then moves into position, takes a mighty swing and stabs into this one, straight into the back, and then turns and pushes him towards the man in armor, who... Yep. That is... That's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Takes a slice across his face and puts him down. Let me see here. That's a 3. And that's a 4. Okay. Cool.
You checking for hidden frog?
I'm checking for numbers. I have them ordered in my initiative tracker by their numbers, and they will. This one will take a. How do I want to do this? He'll come over to here, take a swing. Nope, he misses. And this one will shift to take a swing at Thanar. Oh, actually, that's a 20.
Who is swinging at me?
This frogman.
Ah, hold on. I must refresh my page because he is not where you claim he is on my screen. Ah, that makes a lot more sense now. Okay. Yes, he shall stab me.
All right. That is... Where did I put... Oh, I'm an idiot. That is 6 points of piercing damage
Okay.
as he runs into you with both hands on his spear. Fitz, it is your turn.
It is my turn.
Yes, it is.
Well, that's pretty cool. I think, yeah, I want to move straight up to there. I think this. No, I want to move here.
Okay. You're standing...
Wait. Hold on, I'm picturing the thing because I have a very hard time doing it. I want to stand in this man's square for my action.
Uh-huh.
And for my action, I would like to cast Dragon Breath, and I believe it will hit both this man and this man.
It's a 15-foot cone?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I was looking at the image.
Oh, you've got that pulled up?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. That will work. You will have to spend the last 5 of your movement leaving that square.
That is all cool.
All right, cool. Make it happen.
Oh, well, they need to do the
Oh, that's
DC
right.
save.
Yeah, it's a dex save. Thank you.
I mean, still roll damage because it does half.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is...
Fuck!
It's 14.
Yeah.
Okay. So this
Fine,
one...
because I roll like a tiny little baby.
This one gets absolutely brutalized, and this one is able to leap sideways out of the cone slightly, but he still gets caught a bit. They are singified, but not down, either of them.
Brutalized for 6 damage.
Yep.
Oh, that's so annoying. Well, then I move back and yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
This fellow will straddle a frog and take a mighty swing. Yeah, that'll be a hit. And yup, he goes down. This frog is down. He will continue his movement over to here and take another swing with his longsword, which is just enough, actually. And he brutalizes this frog as well. He's skewering frogs all over the place, boys.
Is he just collecting them on his sword and then dragging them all with?
Yeah, pretty much. He looks like he's shopping. Yeah, he's just like,
Just
ooh.
making a nice kebab.
Yeah, very nice. You hear from the gathered frog. And
He's casting magic.
Huh?
He's casting magic.
Yeah. That will be... This one jumps towards the trees. This one also jumps towards the trees, and then they continue running. Into the tree line. This one also attempts to run. Let's see how far he gets. He actually does get hit. Let's see how much for. Not enough. As he leaves, he takes a slash across his ankle, lands badly over here, and rolls his way into the forest. Makes it to here. They are running. And you are left with...
What about this guy?
Oh, he's still there. And it's not his turn.
Oh. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's bad for him. It's not a good time.
Crap.
This short humanoid with the long beard moves up and takes a shot, which goes wide, unfortunately. And it is top of round 4. Thanar, finish this up for us, would you?
I can probably do that. Blap blap. Ooh.
That'll do it. Let's save you the trouble of actually rolling because that is death.
Oh, okay. Death.
As
I
you
like death.
as you come down across his shoulder, a gash opens, and he is left dead. What is your intention at this point? Are you going to continue combat and chase after the ones that are running?
I mean, I'd like to fire an Eldritch Blast at least one
Okay.
of them.
That is, it is your turn if Thanar is done.
I am done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
I
just
can't
like
catch up
rotate
with
over
frogs.
here and shoot a blast at him
Okay.
because it's range 120.
Yep.
Oh, not advantage, but whatever, same difference.
That is exactly a hit on him. Yeah, and he takes
that does damage.
Wow.
he takes the rest of death. I think
Cool.
all of those are gone. The sellswords and the knight are raising their fists. Hooray! Yay! All that fun
Well, that's
stuff.
a test.
Huh?
That was a test.
Was it a test?
It was a test.
I don't know what I think about that, man. Come on. Can't be testing. You're on the clock. And it's
Well,
your
I think
turn.
I think that's messed up.
What is?
What's messed up?
Well, shouldn't mine also add my intelligence modifier?
I thought about it. I don't think it should add my charisma because I'm pretty sure that's an invocation, and I don't have that one.
Because one of us is wrong.
I mean, I can have
Wait,
it.
what
I
are we
just don't
arguing
think
about?
I do.
He's talking about
my-
damage on.
Okay, he's talking about damage.
Yeah. Let me just see here.
I'll figure it out because it's mine that's wrong. Puffer, yours is right.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
mine
yours
is
is right. It's
Mine shouldn't have charisma.
Firebolt, right? Yeah, Firebolt is just adds your int to hit.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know about Eldritch Blast.
I know there's a. Do I have agonizing blast? Is really the question. Because that's the. No, I don't. So I shouldn't have that damage. Okay.
Yeah, it should just be 1d10. You should be able. You know how to fix it, so I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Cool. All right. That is the end of Cyran's turn. Fitz, it is your turn if you'd like to do anything else.
Fitz is just gonna let him go.
Okay. All right.
This is a test roll. See if I fixed it.
This is my heart song.
I hate
let
you
me click
so
it now.
much.
What the fuck? Oh wait, no.
You got it fixed?
We're really good
No.
at this game, you guys.
I don't have it fixed. I broke it more.
Okay. Well, that's good. Just
keep doing you.
yeah, I'm a do me then. It is at this point after Fitz decides to let them go. Are you gonna like communicate to anyone, or like you've still got all of the stuff that you can do in a turn? But if that is your turn,
Well, that's for my action. He's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because he thinks frogs are gross.
that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
So, or at least he thinks dead frogs are gross.
Well, even worse, like dead frog men. Let me have a perception check from Fitz.
Perception.
Okay, so here's the thing
How
about
do you
these.
keep rolling so well?
Here's the thing about these frogmen. They are wearing horrible leathers. Leather armor that appears like they eat in it, sleep in it, work in it, travel in it, and they maybe take it off once a month. This looks awful. This looks like a Magic the Gathering tournament player.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
They have their ass cracks showing and everything.
Yeah, it's like short, fat, no hair. smelly. They haven't washed their clothes since they bought them 5 years ago. Just the worst person
That's-
ever.
Yeah, that's just not great
So,
all around.
The sellswords will gather back up with their knight counterpart, who will begin talking and tending to their wounds. This half-orc will breathe deeply and angrily for a bit before calming himself.
All right. Here's some of these inside. Who knows, there might be some worth eating.
Oh, Jesus.
Pete! Pete,
grab
what
the
can
body
you
and
do
I'll
with
carry it.
frog?
And this fellow over here will be
Yeah, I don't reckon I can do a whole lot with these. They look and smell filthy. I'm not willing to mess with them at all. Fine. Put them into a pile. We gotta get rid of these bodies. We got a business to run here. You three. Appreciate your help. Sorry you had to visit my establishment under such terrible circumstances.
What sort of bone do these frogmen have to pick with you?
We're here, on the edge of the swamp. They think it's theirs. They think anyone who comes too close is theirs for the taking. I reckon to show 'em they're wrong. Good honest people travel this road.
and he'll point at the folks back here.
Appreciate your help. Free drinks if you help me gather up these bodies.
They immediately stop what they're doing and begin gathering up the bodies.
Thanar's interested.
And they will bring them over here. And over the next 15 minutes or so, you will have ample time to make with the frog fry. You hear for a short while afterwards the rustling as these two who ran into the forest disappear, and then they're gone. A burning later. This fellow who you heard the half-orc call Pete runs back, walks slowly, but with purpose, tending to his crossbow as he goes, and he stops here at the gate and puts a hand on the boy's shoulder, who will lean his spear up against the wall just inside the door. The short human Pete will say something to him, and the boy will run off. Pete continues inside, and the boy disappears for a while, and then runs back out with a tinderbox, which he will give to the half-orc. You can interrupt me at any time if you'd like, but otherwise, essentially what's happening is the boy brings fire starting, and then the fire is started.
Okay.
Yep. The sellswords will stick around for a little bit to make sure that that no weirdness happens. Nothing.
I mean, but we're here, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little late for that, honestly. Let me get some final things addressed here. And then eventually this fellow the half-orc will call you over. You particularly, Thanar. And he will say,
It seems fortuitous that you were traveling this road at this particular time. Welcome to the Carnath Roadhouse, I guess. Will you be staying this evening or moving on?
It's like late afternoon, right?
yeah, it would be about the time when you would want a place to stay.
Yeah, I believe we're staying the night. Don't want to be traveling at night.
Oh, well, good for you. What's your destination, if I may?
We're going to Nunya.
Oh, god damn it, dude.
Gnomes. Always gnomes.
We're going to Waterdeep. I was just trying to phone over you. It's fine.
Gnomes.
he shares
I'm not saying anything.
he shares a knowing glance, and he'll say,
Oh, Waterdeep. That's a fine time of year to be heading into that city. Well, with it getting as cold as it is out here, there's not going to be a lot of folks traveling the road.
Baseball.
Actually, that's part of what the problem is, I think. We've got some winter weathering that we're trying to do to the Roadhouse before the weather sets in. It gets kind of nasty along the coast, you know. I think our activity outside has attracted the attention of those frog freaks.
Is there
Maybe
anything
less-
even set up around the swamp to like prevent them from getting over here?
No, honestly. Anything that sits too close to the swamp degrades faster than you can imagine. Some weird magic in that place.
But your roadhouse is safe from those effects?
Right on the edge, for now at least.
Has it been spreading?
It did for a few years there, but more recently it appears to have waned a bit. I was lucky enough to find the piece of property open back when I made it round this way. Cleaned it up, found a fella to move in and help me keep it up with me and all that fun stuff. It's been quite a bit lucrative for me, actually. And if these if they keep traipsing all over my business, I'm not going to have anyone here. No one's going to want to stop for a second. Too risky.
I mean, I could see that.
What I need is someone.
and he sort of takes a look at the sellswords who aren't looking at him.
Maybe to traipse into the bog for a bit. Maybe clean out a few of them. Put the fear of whatever gods y'all are carrying with you on them.
Do the frogs live in villages, or are they more nomadic and roam around the swamp?
I've heard they live in villages, led by some awful creature, king of frogs or some such. Anyway, they have some form of society, but not much. You see them, they're greedy little... There is a central location, but I don't even think you have to go there. It'd be too dangerous. Just kill a few on the road. Make them too scared to take the normal paths.
Doesn't seem like they're scared of coming here, though. Are you sure that would be enough?
They're not used to me having travelers, that's what the problem is. Like I said, it's getting late in the year. Nobody's going to be coming down this way. Everybody's settling into the cities. Head out on the road during the winter months, hit into a blizzard, and you're in trouble. Excuse me. Luckily this time, that sells swords in the night you saw upstairs. They were here. They're traveling with a small wagon full of supplies down to Waterdeep. They stopped here and were luckily willing to help me when the frogs started attacking the walls. And then you three showed up. Most fortuitous all around.
Yeah, you don't want to get into another situation like this without all of us around.
Exactly.
He says he will motion for you to follow him, and he'll begin to move inside.
You two,
He yells at the sellswords.
You two stay and make sure nothing burns down.
And they will, and he will move inside.
As he walks on ahead of us, I'm gonna turn to my companion and ask, "Would you be interested in venturing into the swamp? A little frogmen pillaging, if you would."
Not me.
Depends on
I've
what
got.
it entails.
I'm not talking to him. I let him walk ahead.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
I don't know how many frogs are going to run into. If there's this many all the way out here, that means there's got to be at least twice as much the closer you get in. So, I mean, I don't think it'd be the best idea for 3 people to run out there and do that.
And also, they're gross.
You have a good point, Cyran. Keep walking inside.
Unless there's enough gold behind it, I don't think it's worth it.
And he will, when you come inside, you see what you see. He is standing at the bottom of the stairs, with his arms crossed, as in his token, and he's leaned against the post of the stairs, looking at you expectantly.
At least he didn't put the post in his token.
Huh?
At least he didn't put the post in his token.
Yeah, that'd be weird, wouldn't it? It'd be almost like if I had done that, I would not get any break at all, and people would make a bunch of needless jokes about it.
That was such a good joke.
Do you think that little
disagree.
boy carries that house around with him?
I hate you all.
I didn't do it. Don't hate me.
So he will. He's standing here when you come in, and he will say,
Kitchen's upstairs. Help yourself to a drink. We will talk about arrangements for the evening. Better go get your wagon. We have reasonable rates.
We have reasonable rates? What does that mean?
Rates.
Rates.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah, forgot we had a wagon.
he
I guess
will.
I'll go back out.
He'll look at
So-
you for a second. Thanar, are you going out to get the wagon?
No, I'll wait a sec.
Well, did you say you were before?
I had not said it yet.
Okay, cool. He'll look at you and he'll say,
You know what I really need around here is an extra set of hands. There's some, I hate to call it busy work, but something along the lines of reinforcement to these walls against the cold. Make sure that anyone who stumbles down this way finds a nice warm place to stay for the evening. If it'd be worth your time, I could probably scrounge up some gold to push your way if you'd stick around for, a month or so, helping me keep things tidied up and maybe even take a quick excursion into the swamp, see if you can't put some impediments in the way against those frogs.
I do have some carpentry skills, but I need to talk to my companions first to see if they're willing to take the time to do that.
Of
We'll
course,
discuss
of
it over
course.
dinner.
I'll tell you what, if you were willing to help me get this done in time, I'd probably be willing to throw in room and board while you were here. Plus a little something at the end for your hard work.
I'll consider it.
All right.
I've got to go get our wagon from outside.
Take your time. Like I said, kitchen's upstairs. If you need me,
and he will point over to the second floor in this area.
my office is over there. Bookkeeping. Always a good time.
And he approaches the bottom of the stairs, and he will nod at the boy, and then go upstairs.
Well, go grab that cart. We'll meet you up in the kitchen.
Sounds good.
All right.
Go and do that.
Boop, 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 boop.
All right, yeah, hold still.
Speaking of be right back, I'll be right back.
Oh, God. Where did the map go? There's the map now. Okay.
Donde está la map? There it is. Found it. My Spanish fear is no more.
All right.
Oh, so it's all one building.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to say, having a stable in the bottom is not the most lucrative business design.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you got to consider kind of what this place is, right? This is a roadhouse. Like this is a defended place against whatever's on the road, and a place to stable your horses and people who are traveling along the road trying to get from place to place are definitely going to need a safe space to hang out in. And this is just that place.